Chris Witherspoon is an entertainment journalist and founder and CEO of the app PopViewers. Welcome so much to Amplified, Chris. I'm so glad that we get to talk about this together because Dave Chappelle has been using the LGBT community as fodder for his stand-up for years. And despite the backlash, he then doubled down at his most recent comedy show saying, if this is what being canceled is, I love it. And then he got a standing ovation. Like, who are these people? I mean, obviously, he ain't the first black, straight entertainer to spew homophobic and transphobic language and, you know, whatever. DaBaby has done the whole thing. We know the whole DaBaby situation. But still, like, why are we still here? I mean, why are we still here, Chris? What the heck?
First off, congratulations on Amplified. I am so happy to make my Amplified debut, and I'm just so proud of you. And I mean, this topic is something that I've been sitting with for a few days now. You know, it's something that, you know, I watched the documentary, and I'm someone who grew up a Dave Chappelle fan. I get, you know, why he is so notable and the glass ceiling he shattered in Hollywood, all the strides that he's made for Black entertainers, Black comedians, and he right now is the probably most famous, most notable, most successful comedian in the game. However, when you are Dave Chappelle and you're doing a comedy special, it is so much bigger than just a comedy special. What you are saying, it can be funny, you know, it can be funny, but you have to recognize that you're speaking about topics and issues that go beyond comedy. And that's what he did a few years ago when he made fun of the, you know, the rainbow, the LGBTQ plus alphabet, and how he just thinks there's too many terms, there's too many pronouns, he doesn't get it. And I think he missed the opportunity with this special to not only sort of fall on his sword, which he tried to do in the beginning, but then he spent the next, you know, end of or the whole rest of the special putting his foot in his mouth again and saying things that I think weren't only transphobic, but what I would call trans antiquated. He was using language that someone would use 20 years ago to talk about the trans community or the non-binary community or the non-conforming community in a way that it did make me cringe. I didn't laugh at it. I was actually, you know, turned off by the language.
You know, that's the thing about comedy. I have to admit that I'm not a big stand-up fan most of the time because I feel like if your cleverness is at the expense of somebody else, it ain't really all that clever in the first place. Like, tell jokes, you know, make us all laugh at ourselves, but when all you're doing is ultimately picking on other people, you that wise? Like, it's just not really funny to me. But that's a whole different thing. You know, I want to touch on something that you just said, Chris, which is fascinating. As a black man in America, right? Having spent years, you know, being a black man in America, it sounds like there's a part of you that could relate to breaking glass ceilings and just some kindred spiritness in Dave Chappelle's career evolution and looking at that and having some admiration with it. And then I'm just curious how you know, kind of grow to reconcile as a black man, you know, the crazy things that come out of some black men's mouths and like navigate through that space. It must be, you know, conflicting. And I'm just curious. I know how I feel about it, but you know, I can't imagine the needing to apologize, making excuses, and then just being frustrated with people.
Totally. I mean, look, when you have stars like Dave Chappelle that get to rise through the ranks of Hollywood, of this business behind being on camera, being on TV, of having a TV show, which is a whole other business, of, you know, have these huge ratings and to make all this money and be a huge success, so much so that you no longer have to play by the rules of the top brass and executives. You get to recreate the rules. I admire that. I respect that. But in the same breath, I have to sit in the fact that I am a black gay man who grew up in rural Ohio, where Dave Chappelle lives right now, not in the same town, but a few towns over. And I was the young kid growing up in the 80s and 90s who was being bullied for being gay, who was being thrown into lockers and punched for no reason walking down the hallway because I was a little feminine. You know, the locker room trying to change to go to gym class, literally getting hit with locks. And I wasn't trans. I wasn't gender nonconforming. I was presenting as a boy, as a black boy, but it was the kids in my school that were, a lot of them were black. Some of them are white, but a lot of them were black who were beating me up relentlessly every day for being me. So when you're Dave Chappelle and you shattered all these glass ceilings and you made all these strides, and you get up and you do a comedy special where you speak from this place of being a black man in a small town in Ohio, and you're talking about how trans people, how you see them, how you think of them, how you don't respect their pronouns, it goes beyond that stage. It goes into the homes of young kids who have parents who are around Dave Chappelle's age who might not see them for who they are, for being a part of the LGBTQ plus community. And maybe it might not result in hate crimes, but it doesn't result in sort of acceptance and appreciation. And to me, he took us back. He didn't move us forward with this comedy.
So antiquated.
And that's the hard part.
And I'm glad. That is the hard part, because it is so regressive, the entirety of it. And I am actually just quite glad that we are in a place now where we can amplify all of the amazing black men who aren't Dave Chappelle, because there was a time when hypermasculinity, right, homophobic rhetoric was just kind of like assumed to be a thing that, like, you know, black men just kind of did. All black men aren't anything, right? There's no such thing as like all black men agree with or believe in blah, blah, blah. And I think about a Dwayne Wade in contrast, right? I don't know how more hyper-masculine you can get than being a ball player, right? And here you have a dude who has a beautiful daughter who transitioned and has showed up as nothing but open-postured and embracing and accepting and genuinely curious and loving of his daughter and using the right pronouns and all those things. And so I just, you know, wonder, as someone who, too, I mean, you're a culture critic, right? Like, you follow what's going on in the culture way more than I do. How have you seen the evolution of even black masculinity, where you got a Dwayne Wade, right, and then you got a Dave Chappelle? How has that shifted culture for us and our people? Like, tell me something hopeful.
Listen, okay, so on the hopeful front, I will say someone like a Dwayne Wade, he's opening doors, and I think, you know, moving the movement forward when you are a straight man married to a Gabrielle Union and you have a son who does not identify as he was born as. The conversations that are being had because of how Dwayne Wade has stood up for his daughter are absolutely phenomenal and incredible. And we need more people like Dwayne Wade to be able to, maybe he doesn't have the mentality of it, but he receives it, he accepts it, and he stands in a place of love. I didn't feel like what Dave Chappelle did in his comedy special, and said in his comedy special, was coming from a place of tolerance and love. It was more like, you're over there, I'm over here. I'm gonna try to accept you. I'm gonna try to understand you. I don't really get it, and there's kind of a line here, you know, that you shouldn't cross with me. And I feel like one of the things that Dave Chappelle talked about was punching down and punching up, you know, in terms of who's on the bottom, who's up top. And I felt like that, you know, Dave Chappelle, instead of thinking about it punching down and punching up, it's lifting, you know, extending your hand down and pulling up these marginalized communities. And it feels like Dwayne Wade is one of those people that are doing that. But the problem, Aisha, is that we only have a few names that we can mention. You know, we only have a few straight powerhouse black men who are in that place of being hypermasculine in the NBA, in the NFL, you know, that are reaching down and pulling up. You know, then you have people like Billy Porter, Titus Burgess. You have other black gay men who are out there and who are embracing the fullness of who they are. But what we need are more allies, more straight black women, more straight black women in Hollywood, in the media, powerhouse black women who are reaching down and pulling up lesbians, trans women, embracing trans women, hiring them, employing them. We have a way to go.
You are doing it, bruh. Don't discount yourself. You are doing it. We all out here repping and trying the best we can. So, you know, thank you for being authentically you and sharing and rapping with me about all this tonight. I'm excited to have you back. So stay tuned. You'll be back here on Amplified. Chris Witherspoon, thank you so much.